Hey everyone, I just want to make a review on a few plushies that I've gotten recently. And for starters, the first two are from In Stars and Time, being Mirabelle and Isabeau. So both Mirabelle and Isabeau are from the game In Stars and Time, and funny enough, I actually got these two plushies during the 10-year anniversary for Undertale. And the reason I think it's funny is because In Stars and Times really reminds me a lot of Undertale. And if you're a fan of Undertale or even Deltarune, I highly recommend playing In Stars and Time. It's a really great game. But enough of that, let's go on ahead and review the characters. So for starters, let's review Mirabelle first. There's only 2,130 made. Originally, during this release of plushies from In Stars and Time, they had 3 characters, being Mirabelle, Isabeau, and the Change God. It was a little keychain plushie. However, I didn't really buy that one simply just because I don't really care for the keychain plushies on Makeship. Like a standard plushie on their website's like $29 plus shipping, so that's going to be like $40. And the keychain plushies are like $15, and plus tax and shipping, that's going to be like $35, I think? I don't know. The sole reason why I managed to get both of these plushies is simply because they actually extended the due date a lot for these campaigns. And because of that, I managed to get both Isabeau and Mirabelle. Anyways, back to reviewing Mirabelle. I really love the bow on her head. It's really nice soft plush fabric. Her earrings are embroidered to the plushie. And something that I've noticed is the shading around the face is a separate plush fabric that's sewn on. Meanwhile, the other 2 plushies, the shading is actually embroidered to the plush. Also, I should note, I am also missing another character within In Stars and Time, being Loop. I didn't buy that plushie originally, so I'm not sure if the shading around the face is actually embroidered or not. I just kind of find it as a weird detail is all. I really like the clothing on Mirabelle. It's all individual pieces of fabric that's sewn on. Here's a closer look at the back. The hair is a little flat at the back, unfortunately. I kind of wish there was a little more detail, but it's not that big of a deal. And something that I really appreciate about the In Stars and Time plushies is they all have a very unique style for the plushies. So mostly Makeship plushies, they use the same pattern for the base. However, the quality for the In Stars and Time plushies is through the roof in my opinion, because every character within the set kind of has this ragdoll feel to them. It's kind of to the point where they just don't even look like a Makeship product. A good example of this would be the original Sifrine plush I have. I just really like how it makes this set really unique compared to everything else on Makeship's website. Next up, let's review Isabeau. Again, the embroidery on these plushies is insane. I absolutely love his facial expression. It's really great. The earrings are really accurate, although one nitpick I have with them is the printing doesn't go all the way to the back, so it just kind of looks weird. If they just used some black printing for the back, it would look 10 times better. And while the hair is pretty accurate, I feel like they could benefit by making it more 3D, I feel. Especially looking from the side, it just looks weird. And I mean, clearly they can make 3D hair. Maybe they could do a little bit of stuffing, I'm not sure. And something I really love about this plushie is how baggy the clothes are, especially the pants. And like I mentioned before, I really love how these In Stars and Time plushies have this unique design to them to where they almost feel like a ragdoll plush. I just really think it's impressive is all. I haven't mentioned the tags on Isabeau yet, so let's look at the side tag. It says Isabeau with In Stars and Time, and there's only 2,412 made. And the tush tag is actually hidden underneath his clothing, so it's right here. And something that I think is really cool about both of these plushies is they come with a specially themed bag. They both arrive in this same bag, being this, and this is some official artwork from the game. You have all of the main characters being Sifrine, Mirabelle, Isabeau, Odile, and Bonnie. And at the back of the bag has the game's logo being In Stars and Time. I think this is just a really cool thing to have with the plushies. And I believe this is a recent thing where specific video game plushies on Makeship have a very unique bag designed for the game. So with the Sebastian plush from Pressure and some of the other Pressure plushies, I know they have a specially themed bag around the game. And I believe with the Ultra Kill plushies, they have the game publisher's logo being New Blood. And I really hope that they continue doing this because this is really cool. Anyways, here's the front of the plushies. Here's the side. Here is the back. And here's the other side. Now that we got the two brand new In Stars and Time plushies out of the way, let's go on ahead and review the next plushie. Recently, a few days ago, I went to the mall, and at Box Lunch and Hot Topic, they had the Jazwares Nightmarionne plush. I am so happy that Jazwares made a Nightmarionne plush, because I've been wanting a plushie of this character for so long. And the last piece of merchandise Nightmarionne got was, I think, the Build-A-Figure from Funko and the Mystery Mini. And I think there was the McFarlane Toys construction set for the character, though I never did pick it up. Originally, I was kind of considering getting the Hex Nightmarionne plushie, but as soon as I was considering that, Jazwares announced that they were making this character, so I just decided I was going to wait for this plushie to fully release. Let's take a closer look at the tag. So the Jazwares branding has Classic Freddy, unlike Funko, where they always used Withered Freddy. And I really love this tag design. It's really nice. The plushie is incredibly soft. It's almost like a soft, minky fabric. I'm not entirely sure, but the quality is top-notch. The eyes are embroidered to the plushie, and the little white dots can actually glow in the dark. So here is Nightmarionne's eyes glowing in the dark. They look really cool. The other thing I think that would be really cool is that the teeth would glow. Unfortunately, they don't, but it's just really cool that the eyes glow nevertheless. The ribcage details are all sewn into the plushie instead of it being separate pieces of fabric or printed. The white stripes on Nightmarionne are all separate pieces of fabric. The Jazwares plushies have little beans in the bottom so they can properly sit. Here's a closer look at the tush tag. It says Five Nights at Freddy's, copyrighted 2025, Scott Cawthon. And here is the other tag. Here's a little comparison to the Funko puppet. I really love how the Jazwares plushies fit in with the Funko plushies, because in case if you didn't get a certain character from the Funko line of plushies, you can easily get them with the Jazwares line. Here's a little comparison to Nightmarionne to the other Five Nights at Freddy's 4 plushies made by Funko. I'm just overall really happy that Jazwares made this character, because I've always wanted a Nightmarionne plush. And I really hope that Jazwares makes some of the other characters who don't have any merchandise. Especially since they're making action figures of the Wizards, I really hope they make plushies of them. And I would love to see their take on the Sister Location characters. Especially with the Endo series of action figures, I'd love to see how they replicate the Fun Time animatronics. Here's the front of the plush. Here's the side of the plush. Here's the back. And here is the other side. And so with that out of the way, here's my plush review on the In Stars and Time Isabeau and Mirabelle plushies and the Nightmarionne plush by Jazwares.